Hi, I'm Ulysses,
And I'm Henry.
And I'm Hannah.
and this is Comics Odyssey. Today we're going to look at a classic Harley Quinn book, Mad Love Batman Adventures. And we've got our special guest, Hannah Rose Williams, from Substack and other internet places. Um, And so her links will be down below. Hannah, you're a comic artist and a writer. You've been writing a lot of actually Batman fan fiction, right?
I have. You have that stuff boiling in the back of your head for years because you didn't get the story you wanted. And since I got one out, I thought, all right, now I'll be done. But more just keep coming. So it's a fun outlet.
The
That's
floodgates
cool. I
have
didn't know
opened.
that, Hannah.
They're Batman Beyond, so they're not for everybody.
She's also my favorite internet smarty pants, just so you know.
All right.
Well, let's put on our smarty pants now and read this book.
All right.
Start with Henry. What is your relationship to Harley Quinn? Have you read much about this character? What do you know about this character?
No, what I know about it is I think it started on the Batman the Animated Series. And I had stopped reading comics, stopped buying them before Harley Quinn became a character. I'd kind of got disgusted with what they were doing, decades before I guess everyone else has. But so I just know her from the animated series, the episodes I've seen, and from people talking about her. And that's pretty much it.
And Hannah?
Same. I didn't live anywhere near a comic book store when I was a kid. It was just whatever was on our three channels. And I thought Harley Quinn was really funny. Really enjoyed her a lot. And I feel like people had more mixed feelings about her back then. Like a lot of people would go, "Oh, but her voice is so annoying." But I haven't heard anyone complain about that in a long time now.
Hmm. This was my first time reading Harley Quinn books, really. As far as I know, I've been collecting these DC Finest volumes, and I was really on the fence about getting this one because, I don't have a particular attraction to the character, and I do know her from Batman the Animated Series, but I was one of those that thought she was kind of annoying, best in small doses. But I took a chance. Oddly enough, I do have this in single issue format in like foil cover, which is I'm really not
Hmm.
like a foil cover type of guy, but there was a really wicked sale and the foil cover was the same price as a regular, so I got it.
I was gonna say that sounds like something you could turn around and sell someday.
I don't know. It's like a reprint of this one here, which I did read. Rick Burchett and Kelly Puckett. Kelly Puckett, one of my all-time favorite comic book writers. Rick Burchett, excellent inker, inking duties here, but his influence is felt. This is her first appearance. It does have a little bit of Batman the Animated Series vibe because that's done on purpose because she's from that show and they wanted to make a comic, kind of a comic spin-off.
The artwork
What,
is very similar to that.
one of the few characters that went in that direction rather than the other direction, like from TV to comic as opposed to from comic to TV.
Yeah. I will say I don't really think the Joker needed a colorful sidekick. I think he can pretty much carry the show all by himself. So I'm not sure why she's
Well, these
been
creators
elevated
would
the way she
argue.
has.
Sorry to talk over you.
No, it's okay. We're going to do that a lot tonight because there's some kind of delay, I think.
That's a bad habit I have also. But these creators would argue that Harley's kind of the only humanizing thing about Joker. Joker's such a monster, like such an unpredictable mystery, that the human element is all just in Harley Quinn.
Okay.
I actually thought about that too because I I was of the same opinion, Henry, until I realized the obvious, which is she's a court jester,
Right.
and the role of the court jester is the only one who can poke fun at the king without getting murdered.
That's a good point.
And Joker is a homicidal serial killer who will kill anybody. And it is we do see that in these stories, but she can annoy him and not die. Which,
Well, and I have noticed that now that you mention it.
yeah. So it might have been, what do they call that? A foil? Like, you're a writer, you'll know the terms better than me, but there's a term for that. For
Technically, I
I
guess
wouldn't
she
use
is a foil.
Yeah. I don't know. If I feel like a foil is supposed to be a character who's the opposite of the Joker. And I feel like there is some evil in Harley that people gloss over now. I mean, at the end of the day, she's attracted to the Joker, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so the story begins with Commissioner Gordon going to the dentist, and he doesn't notice this dude here, who is his dentist. And I like that. That's a good gag. Joker as the dentist, big smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the use of laughing gas, maybe?
Yeah, there is that too. So he traps Commissioner Gordon here. Sproing is probably in the top 20 sound effects, I think, in comics.
Top 20 according to who?
According to the committee of top 20 sound effects people.
I'll buy that for $1.
Committee members are Ulysses and nobody else.
Is it among the top 20 most used or the top 20 favorites?
That's for the committee to know and for you to find out.
I see. Okay.
I feel like a poser because I've never used Sproing. Have to
You
work
gotta
it in
use
now.
Sproing.
Yeah.
I haven't had occasion to yet, but now I'm going to actually look for a reason to use it. It's in the top 20 after all.
Use the top 20. Well, she shows up because, she's like kind of probably the dental hygienist, I guess. This is great bit here. This is like just a classic, a dentist drill is kind of a horrifying thing.
Great bit, get it?
Yeah.
Look at the lighting, the shading in that panel.
It's great. So this is Bruce Timm.
Very sinister.
Who did the cover here?
I noticed also on one of these it said "The Birth of Mirth."
Yeah.
And that really hits home. Like, this used to be a fun character.
Right.
Instead of a serious character.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to say? I'm sorry.
Of the two covers, which one you like best? I forgot to ask.
What's the other one?
I like that inside one.
To me, this got like 1930s pulp movie, a little bit vibe to it.
True.
I think that's what pushes it over the top for me, but they're both good. I like them both.
So anyway, Joker's evil plot is interrupted by nobody else but our masked Avenger of the Night, Batman.
Something y'all just said made me think of hold that thought. Something y'all just said made me think of something, and I never was a fan of the movie or the series. But when you said that Harley Quinn started out as a humorous character and has become more serious later on, that makes me think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Do y'all see any parallels there?
Mm. Yeah, the Buffy movie, I mean, the direction doesn't always know when it's supposed to be a joke, but it is definitely a jokey film.
Yeah. One was marketed as such too.
I feel like a lot of people struggled with Joss Whedon's humor at first. Like you'd hear a line and be like, "What? That's a weird line." But then you'd imagine something directed by Joss Whedon delivering that line and like, "Oh, if that had been delivered with sarcasm, that would have been funny." And I feel like that was kind of an issue with the first Buffy movie.
I'm
The jokes
probably
didn't land.
I'm probably the odd man out here in this one. Um, Humor in media rarely works on me.
Mm.
I do like stand-up comedians. I love comedians. I've got a long list of favorite comedians. But this kind of gag, it's fun to look at. This, the posture and the expression, and
Hmm.
but they always, for me, it just doesn't land as funny. It lands as, at best, caricaturized or something like that,
Mhm.
and at worst, just annoying. Like it distracts from the thing that's going on.
I think it's very Looney Tunes inspired.
To me, it comes across as someone trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
To
Sure.
Yeah.
I think you're
Anyway,
also justified in being sick of that Joss Whedon-y humor that's in everything now.
Right. Yeah.
even as a
And
kid, that was just my. There's something temperamental about it because we would all read like the Franco-Belgian comics, Asterisk, Lucky Luke, Smurfs, and I would read them, but I I would get annoyed that like asterisks and stuff was like too exaggerated. I always
really,
gravitated towards Tintin, who's a more down to earth adventurer, and of course, there's like comedic relief with Captain Haddock, but uh, the
Tintin is
the
lighthearted.
the
hmm,
overall thing with Tintin is wonder, not humor.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good way
Yeah.
to put it.
kind of whimsical. Well, I'm intrigued now, Ulysses. So, are there any examples of a time when something in a comic did hit you right and you thought it was funny?
I remember one time where I laughed for like a couple hours at a comic book when I was a kid, but it was a comic strip in
Mm.
in the newspaper. It
Uh
was
huh.
a uh, Daffy Duck strip. I still remember it. And the gag is that he's annoying to somebody, the Tasmanian devil, or I think maybe. And the Tasmanian devil grabs him by the beak to shut him up. And then when he releases him, the beak still is distorted to the shape of the fist, like
Mm.
inside the fist.
Classic.
And when he speaks, uh, he says, "I'd like some nasal spray," because his nose is broken.
And you're still laughing about it. And I guess it worked.
And but it's spelled out as "I'd like some nasal spray."
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I was a kid, and like English is my second language, so like little language things like that, when you get them when it's not your first language, it hits harder. um
Okay.
I remember like I had some friends over, like he's from Ecuador, she's from Venezuela. I was making pancakes because they wanted like a typical Canadian breakfast. I was like pancakes, maple syrup,
Mm.
bacon, the whole deal. I don't know if it's Canadian, but whatever. And he's like, "Why is it called pancakes?" Well, I said it's like it's a cake that you make in the pan, and he got it right, even though it's his because it's his second language. They thought that was great, right?
Ah,
It's an extra layer of like it clicking in that helps with the humor or something.
And maybe it's even just that euphoric feeling of the puzzle came together, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So she does, Henry. She does use the gas here, the laughing gas.
hmm.
I think Bruce Timm is kind of a perv, but I have to say it's nice watching all these drawings made by someone who appreciates beauty
It's gorgeous.
and the human figure. Yeah.
I mean, and like, look at this. Like, this is a just striking image, like classic superhero comic thing, but done in his style. You know. Yeah. So Batman grabs the grenade, tosses it away. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that Batmobile came straight out of the animated series.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Tim designed all the characters and like designed the look was basically the designer of um, the animated series.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just now learning about it. I started watching some YouTube videos and stuff about that series.
Well, Bruce Timm is responsible for like an entire era of DC animated, like probably it's the peak era of DC animated. He Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. Paul Dini a little more he's on the writing side. Bruce Timm as well, but Bruce Timm was like definitely responsible for the whole design aesthetic of it, the ambiguous historical era it's set in, and all of that.
Well, this was also coming right off of Tim Burton's Batman, too. And I kind of grudgingly give Tim Burton kudos because I think he's a hack, but I wonder how much he influenced, like, let's make this movie look like the 30s, you know, because it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he mixed it so it looked partially like the 80s and partially like the 30s. He mixed both elements in there.
It's
love
kind of in
that.
its own universe, yeah.
Well, he might have gone back to been inspired to do that by Streets of Fire, which is something that did it a few years prior to that. But it certainly became the motif after him, after the first one especially.
I'll have to check out that Streets of Fire thing. But I love in the animated series how it's the 1930s and the goons have Tommy guns, but Batman has a big, huge computer with a giant monitor. You know, I love that mixing of whatever we need in order to make this mythic time work. We'll put it together. But I don't know if they had some rules, like a Bible or a rule, if they kind of winged it or what.
Huh.
I think they probably did. It's pretty cohesive.
So it's like Gotham City is on the river of time.
So here we have a flashback to Harley Quinn's kind of origin story, where she went to, shrink school. She got a D minus, but she managed to get an A+ here through some salacious and not very ethical means.
There's something that happened off screen.
Between that's get your mind in the gutter, right? That's the gutter. I don't know if I'm sure you guys know, but for those who may not, like the space between the panels is like technically called the gutter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, you're pulling our leg, Hannah.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. Oh. But no, I did relate this origin once on Tumblr, which is famous for being full of rational, reasonable people. And I got a bunch of responses like, no, wrong. That's not her origin. She earned her doctorate. Like it's the updated origin.
Oh, right.
So,
Yeah,
So same.
you mean they retconned it or something?
yeah, I guess it's sexist that Harley Quinn is stupid and
Well, I think it's I
loose.
think it's good. It shows that she's like her already kind of dark leaning into not so good territory, that she's
Mhm.
just whatever she needs to get her way, she'll do, right?
She's a
And
rascal.
even though she was a psych major, she's still kind of a ditz, but she's streetwise.
Hmm.
That's pretty accurate depiction of psych majors in my in my
Oh,
experience.
really?
A lot of people choose that major because they think it'll be free therapy.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No offense to majors. I do invite them to subscribe to
Yep.
comicsodyssey.substack.com.
And don't
Most
worry, I won't
definitely.
always be here.
Buy our stuff. We love you.
So this is the stuff where it kind of loses me, the humor side, and I think people like this because it's a lot of moving things. It's kind of an action scene in a way because of just how much the characters move around. It's like a, what do you call that? It's called physical
Kinetic?
comedy. There's a word for
Oh,
that.
slapstick.
Slapstick. Yeah. And I don't really go for that. I went for that when I was a kid, but I don't buy it right now.
Hmm.
So this is where it kind of starts bothering me, where she's doing vroom vroom, you want to go for a ride, and I don't know,
That's like out of a comic strip.
the
That
whoopee
right there.
cushion.
Sort of off-putting also that it's childish slapstick, but it's also inappropriate innuendo.
Right.
I was going to say, if you look at that top left panel on the right-hand page, that's pretty suggestive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the whole thing here is to suggest that she is not a well-adjusted person, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is seeking constantly the approval of this guy, right?
In childish
And
ways. Yeah.
in childish ways, but it's, there's a dysfunctional sexuality there that's being displayed.
I have
Are
some later
either
comics also written by Paul Dini that imply Joker has never slept with Harley. He's always drugged her and she's woken up the next day thinking, wow, that was amazing. It was so good I blacked out.
Well, this is actually what happens here. Well, we'll see later on. We'll actually see that exact thing.
Oh, okay. So
Are
that was
either
his
of you
idea from the
aware?
start.
This is something I learned from reading my copy, the forward or afterward, whichever it was, of my copy of Batman from the 30s to the 70s. Are either of you aware that the Joker, well, like this guy, I forget who it was, came, he and Bob Kane were having this is after Bob Kane was, off the comic and doing his own thing. It came up in the conversation that this guy told Bob Kane, you're aware, right, that he's like a latent homosexual? And Bob Kane was horrified. What? And then like he explained to him chapter verse, and he gave him example of panels and stuff. And Bob Kane finally said, well, maybe Bill Finger created the Joker, but I created Batman.
Yeah. That sounds like a characteristic response. Yeah. I think Death of the Family was the first comic I read that sort of made a case to me that Joker is in love with Batman in his own twisted way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I wasn't sure how I felt about that, but I think the game Arkham Origins actually did a good job of selling it.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like here Harley Quinn is, we kind of see that So Joker's a unhinged person. He kills everyone that bothers him except her, which he can keep around to continuously abuse her.
He can blame all his failures on her.
There is that too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, so when you kill somebody, you can't continue abusing them.
Mm-hmm.
But like this is like his place to be able to do that, to be extraordinarily abusive.
Would you consider him a narcissist?
Yeah.
I mean, I would, but I'm curious. I don't know enough about psychology to be absolutely certain, but he seems that way to me. And if he keeps someone around strictly to abuse them, I mean, I think that fits the profile.
Insecure, attention seeking. Now, see, I shouldn't have scared away all the psych majors. They could answer your question.
Yeah. Live and learn.
A pox on you, Hannah.
So sorry.
So she gets put in a kind of like a, not a dungeon, but like this room where Joker keeps his hyenas, because the laughing hyenas.
Right.
And she, how did my life go so poorly? She's kind of reminiscing. And you'd think she'd have like an epiphany. It's like,
right.
When I started sleeping to get better grades, or when I fell in love with a serial killer. But then she goes, it's Batman. It's always been Batman, spoiling the fun.
Now that's like a Monty Python moment.
She's blame shifting too. Joker shifts blame to Harley, and Harley shifts blame to Batman.
That's a good point, yeah.
If a duck floats on water and wood floats on water, then she's a witch. Burn her.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, a leap of reason, yeah. So we have the back story here of Joker kind of seducing her, using her to get himself out of Arkham, manipulating her.
Okay, I have another question for you too. Like, do you think that this origin story, or origin stories in general, do you think they're necessary?
I think this one adds a lot of great depth.
Okay.
I never want to see the Joker's origin if he's the true Joker.
Well, they've kind of done that a couple times.
Yeah, but I like it better when I don't understand him, because he's scarier when I don't understand him.
The element of mystery makes him more threatening.
Yes, I don't know what he's going to do next.
Okay.
Right?
So I find that in the early days, it was necessary to have an origin story because the superhero was not a concept that was well established, and so needed some sort of justification, which is the origin story gives the reader. But at this point, the audience for superhero stories buy into the concept of a superhero. So the origin becomes much less important. The origin isn't there to justify the character being a superhero. It can be there to add depth to the character's personality, or tells you something about who they are. So an origin story, as far as like where we're at in the history of the superhero genre, shouldn't justify the character. It's already justified. It's part of the genre. It should tell you who the character is. That's where I'm at with the origin story.
That's an astute. Yeah, I think that's a good explanation, Ulysses. I endorse it.
In Spirit Girl, the comics that I'm making, I'm skipping the origin story completely, but I will tell the origin story. Um, it's just, and I've placed the origin story in a different location in her entire arc so that it will shed light on the everything that you've read up until that point.
I often prefer that way of expounding on things too. Like it's fun to slowly watch details unfold as they become relevant.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're writing like a big sci-fi, it can just become work if you start out with this big info dump of everything I need to know about the universe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It becomes a crutch too for people who can't think of anything else to write, in my opinion.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just trying to read the sci-fi and the author keeps interrupting to explain to me how the hologram works or something. It's like, I don't know. I don't care. Keep it going. We're in the middle of a conversation here. Let's go.
I'm more interested in the origins of villains than I am the origins of heroes.
Hmm.
Because an origin of a villain can be an exploration of why evil exists.
With this particular Joker in this particular universe, too, knowing his origin does sort of inform some of the stuff he does throughout the multiple series that these people did. Like he blames Batman for his insanity because he fell into that vat. So now and then you will see him trying to drive Batman to madness, like as revenge. Like, I'll make you crazy. You made me crazy.
I like Joker with multiple origins, which highlights that he's a liar. You know, 'cause he's telling a story here, you know, about his dad, and he gets Harley to laugh about it, but then he says his dad beat him, which is it's like unreliable narrator, you call it. Like this is obviously a manipulation tactic, right? Like see his face.
Well, the Heath Ledger Joker was exactly like that.
Yeah, I thought I like that. I thought that was great.
That was probably inspired by this, if I had to
That's
guess.
what I'm thinking, yeah.
Watching that in theater, and when he starts telling the origin, I was so disappointed. I was like, oh, this is so stupid. This ruins the movie. And then later, about 10, 12 minutes later, or 20 minutes later, he tells another origin. I'm like, wow, they totally got me. This is perfect.
And that's another narcissistic trait, too, is compulsively lying all the time.
Yeah.
So anyway,
great facial expressions.
Yeah. Batman does get the Joker back to Arkham after he had escaped. And we see here, you know, she was quite upset that Batman beat on her boy, right?
And she's totally infantilizing him.
What a beautiful panel here. For me, like, it's these kinds of panels that just stun me.
What attracts you to that?
It's the choice. The who picks that, you know, okay, so script maybe calls Harley runs away.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you pick to put your camera just below the floor near the stairs? It's just
it sort of conveys that she was running up the stairs, which is brilliant if that's what they were trying to do.
It's just so...
Now they don't have to do another panel for that.
Well, it's also like the composition, it like this triangle frames her, so it's just so pulls you in there, but almost like going into madness, maybe something like that.
The empty space could also imply silence.
Yeah, I don't know, I just find that so attractive.
I think the madness part resonates.
It's almost abstract, you know.
Right, something you'd find in one of those what would you call them, optical illusion illustrations, maybe, or close to it. We didn't talk about it, but a few pages back there was a panel where the Joker and his psychiatrist here actually traded places, and right there, he's in the chair and she's on the couch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I knew
The
you'd
episode that
understand.
this comic is expanding on, I think they even had a humorous cut to, and now their positions are reversed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so Harley does immediately go out and steal a bunch of makeup and stuff. That's a great expression there. It's beautiful cartooning.
I like those two panels with the car and
Vroom, vroom,
whatever
vroom.
that building is that they're
Arkham Asylum.
driving away from or toward. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she drives off with the car, steals a bunch of costume, makeup, and stuff, drives back to Arkham Asylum, sneaks in.
And now that
She
she's
is-
rebooted as a hero, I'm supposed to accept that she still practices, she still has a mental health practice after doing something like this.
This is a good panel here.
Kind of like the Scarecrow, only done for laughs. Professor Crane.
From the vantage point of Joker inside the glassed prison. This is like some C4 or something with a timer.
In the panel just above that, she knocks out the guard with a rubber chicken.
I can hear that
I
panel.
think there's a brick inside it or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Does look
here
funny.
we kind of see her confident, when now she's kind of become who she really is. So she has this more confident posture. That explosion kind of messed him up though.
Yeah, some of the slapstick is getting me.
They take off into the sunset. She's fantasizing what her life's gonna be, right? With the Joker. They have little
Could
Joker
you
and Quinn
imagine?
kids.
So she's just a good old-fashioned girl.
Yeah, she's trying to. she has trad wife fantasy,
Earning her degree the old-fashioned way and everything.
but
Right?
it's kind of a reversal because he's reading his mischief in the headlines. Thousands die in mysterious sanitation explosion.
Instead of a deer mounted on the wall, he's got Batman's head up there.
Yeah. But poof, it's not to be that dream. But then she has a plan. She's like, I'm gonna get back at Batman. Over here we see like the Joker before this flashback was working on this special plan, right? But it didn't make sense to him. There was something missing. So she comes up with the idea. And so she lays a trap for Batman, by meeting him in this beautiful panel, very atmospheric panel, and gives him a tape.
Very golden ages, actually, if that's a word.
The tape says like, I want out. I don't want to be a criminal anymore. Help me.
It isn't funny anymore.
Hey, that's a good impression.
Yeah, thanks.
So Batman's obviously suspicious, but he does end up buying it.
Like a moth to a flame.
Mm-hmm.
Batman can't help but rescue somebody.
But then this robot Joker comes and interrupts the whole thing.
With a Tommy gun.
Yep.
But it was all a ruse.
Yep. She sticks him with some sleeping agent or something. Sweet dreams, sucker. Hey, give us the line here, Hannah. Read this line.
I can't
Please,
read it.
please.
Sweet dreams,
Can't see-
sucker.
Sweet dreams, sucker.
Oh man, we ought to do our own cartoon.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
ready.
I mean, the whole gag is he's going to get lowered in a pit of piranhas upside down because a frown upside down is a smile, you see?
Oh.
Joker couldn't get the plan to work, but Harley's a little smarter than him,
Yeah.
and he's not gonna like that.
So here, Batman, he's out of commission physically, so he just talks to her and basically says, "You know the truth. He always just was always using you as a henchman. There's nothing special about your relationship." She just does not want to hear it.
He tells her all the things Joker supposedly only told her.
Exactly. Says, did he tell you this line? Did he tell you that line? And he knows all the lines, you know. You're wrong. My puddin' does love me.
Makes you wonder if Batman is just like extrapolating from what he knows about the Joker, or if he's like been surveilling him.
Mm.
I assume Batman just reads all of the, uh, all of the files and reports written by all the Arkham doctors.
Mm.
Because he wants to be prepared and he wants to be up on what's going to happen and what this person's going to do next.
On slow days in the Batcave, nothing else to do.
Yeah, Batman's got nothing but time on his hands.
Nothing but time.
Here's another, she gets lost in fantasy of her life with Joker, growing old with Joker, killing doctors with Joker. But he shows up. He's actually upset with her.
Mm-hmm. She just doesn't want to see who he really is in a way, because like anybody could have told you he'd be mad that you outdid him.
Well, she's
especially
in love
someone
with
like her who, yeah,
the person she's in love with is who she wants him to be,
mm-hmm.
not who he really is.
The rescued
and
version.
Isn't that a stereotype of the abused spouse or the abused girlfriend?
Yeah.
But there really are a lot of like windows into real people and real abusive relationships. So I can see how Harley Quinn moved in that direction of like, let's tell a serious story about these subjects, especially when so many fans with questionable taste were like, this actually is romantic and I do love seeing them together. Like, no. I'm ready to go back though. I'm ready to go back to just going, oh, Harley, when will you learn?
Yeah. It's a tragic story. It's a tragedy, which I suppose maybe that's why it lends itself well to comedy so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, camouflaged by comedy.
Beautiful panel here. So he's
threw her through a big window. She landed in a dumpster and broke a bunch of bones.
He slaps her with a swordfish. But Batman will not be captured so easily. Does escape. Just classic, Batman kind of Batman Joker action. He uses some sort of lockpick out of his belt. And Joker threatens to shoot him with a dead fish.
This version of Joker is the only one that's actually kind of funny sometimes. He does have bits,
Yeah.
I've actually got a couple issues from the old Joker series. I don't know if they restarted it later on or anything, but it's not this style. But there were some funny moments in it. And there's some silly stuff too, like his secret hideout, his secret lair was the Hacienda or the Hacienda, and he drove a mobile ho-home on wheels, and I think his motorcycle was a Yamaha.
This is a heck of a panel here.
A great moment too. It's like Batman actually does understand the Joker, and he understands exactly what it'll do to the Joker when he says, Harley actually had me. I was gonna die. And she did. She outdid you. Yeah.
Don't think about this panel too long, because when you think about it, it would be a bit awkward to stand there menacingly while this cape's flapping in the wind in front of you.
And what they don't show is every couple seconds it flaps right on Batman's face.
Yeah.
But that's why it's a comic character, not a
Right.
He's like Mary Poppins. Like, the laws of physics just have to obey him.
Mm-hmm.
And also look at the length of that cape. How do you keep from tripping on it?
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around and stuff. And I think what's his name? Famous artist that worked on Batman.
Neil Adams.
Neil Adams, thank you. I think he's the one that started that. Started drawing them with like 18-foot capes and stuff.
I mean, the cape is cool. It's got gravitas. I think ever since Incredibles came out, we've all been like, you know what? Capes are dumb. But
it does look cool.
Yeah.
I admit that. But for practicality, no.
Aesthetic is really important in this universe.
Well, in a visual medium, if it looks better, then that's the decision, right?
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh no, I've become predictable.
I like that splash panel there.
It's amazing. Beautiful.
Batman looks a little Frank Miller there. It's dummy thick.
Like Frank Miller when he's drunk or something.
Yeah. Now I'm distracted by the beautiful Alex Ross painting over there.
So I thought in this, I was mistaken. It's there's a Bruce Timm story in the Batman Black and White Compendium, where we do see, Harley talking about how she had this beautiful, romantic night with Joker, and you can tell it's ambiguous enough, but kind of implied, like you said, that he never actually slept with her. He just drugged her and she woke up.
Kind of wants her out of his way.
Yeah. But she's quite delusional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For a brief moment, you think, oh, she's finally going to realize who he really is. And then she falls right back into it. And we've probably all met a real person like that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the psych nurse here says, how did it feel to be so dependent on a man that you give up everything for him, gaining nothing in return? She goes, it felt, and she sees Joker gave him a rose, it felt like a kiss.
Excuse me, why are you assuming that's a nurse?
Psych nurse here? Nurse outfit?
How do you know that's not a doctor?
Oh.
Oh, huh.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
On your knees, Ulysses.
Yeah. What have I done?
Does that over to the advertisement or the splash panel over there? Does that not look like Jack Nicholson's Joker to you?
It does kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what it makes me think of.
There's so much to analyze in that painting. Again, going back to the Tumblr days, people were complaining that this is romanticization of their relationship. But if you look at it really closely, Harley's fawning on Joker. Joker's not looking at her. He's looking at us.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's not holding her hand, he's holding her wrist.
Yeah.
It's really good storytelling.
It's like, yeah, who's in charge here?
Mhm.
And his other hand on her stomach, it's almost like he's playing an instrument or something.
Hey, you're right.
Oh yeah, that's totally the thing. He's playing a
Yeah.
guitar.
It's like she's a guitar or a bass or something.
Yeah,
That's a great
100%.
observation. Yeah.
Wow, that's so
It almost
cool.
looks like he doesn't want to touch her, too.
Yeah, and
Isn't it?
he's doing a chord. He's doing a chord, like some sort of
Mm.
chord here.
The way they can pack all that nuance in an image like that
It's beautiful.
is, yeah.
Well, I'm sure he spoke with the writer. So Paul Dini is like Bruce Timm are creators, right? And Paul Dini had a hand in Batman the Animated Series, so he was very close to the creation of this character. So I'm sure he knew the deep conversations that were had, right, about the character. Why are we making this character, right? So
He deeply loves Harley Quinn. I think Bruce Timm was on the phone with him once about their Return of the Joker movie, saying, like, you have to kill her. And Paul Dini was yelling back, no, I can't do it. Like, he loves Harley Quinn. She's his baby, I think.
yeah, the Harley and Zatanna.
Mm.
Yeah, because I guess Paul Dini's wife is a stage magician.
Aw.
He brought Zatanna back? I didn't know. I thought she was one of those obscure characters those C-listers that only showed up once in a while. Back before I stopped reading them.
So I did kind of read through the rest of this, but none of it impressed me nearly as much as that 64-page special. I did not realize as I was looking through this just how much of a presence she had in No Man's Land, because all of these reprints are all No Man's Land stuff, and I have all of them in other trades. I didn't realize.
When I first started buying comics on eBay, I got an issue of No Man's Land and went, oh, hey, Harley Quinn is in here. It's like almost validating, you know? But I think she was really a hit character right away.
I did enjoy not so much reading, but looking at these Terry Dodson images.
Yeah.
Sorry, not
Great
sorry.
art.
I mean, and his layouts are quite amazing too. Like they're so acrobatic that it really, really pushes Harley Quinn's like borderline superpower of being super acrobatic. She's always in some sort of action pose like that.
I thought you were going to say your superpower of not getting shot in the face.
There's that too. See, like these are just strange.
I like all these illustrations. I think they're all knockouts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Terry Dodson. Like no. Like see here, it's all very, very kinetic. So anyway, that's one thing I wanted to do is because people have been requesting more reviews. Let's give this issue of Batman Adventures Mad Love a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We'll start with Hannah.
Thumbs up. Expanded on the episode really nicely.
And Henry.
I give it a thumbs up as well. It's fun in a kind of disturbing way.
Yeah, I'm going thumbs up too. Recommended. Not a waste of money to track this down and get it. Great story. Beautiful artwork.
You kind of just have to be at a specific maturity level. Like, it's not appropriate for kids.
It's not good for little kids, no.
Even though it looks like it.
Yeah, it was kind of marketed as this is appropriate for ages 7 and up. But the last time my husband and I watched the show, he said to me, "The show is too horny." And it's like, yeah, I don't want my kids to watch most of these episodes.
So that's it for this episode of Comics Odyssey. Please check the links down below. Get my links and Henry's and Hannah's too. They make great books and comic books and all that. And this was fun. Thank you, and see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.